What's happening, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Digging the Dead on Mirror Music. I'm Andrew, and welcome also to the first real episode of Jerry Week. Today, as you're watching this, is August 4th, and I thought a lot, actually, about what to do for this particular episode. Should I do one of his great interpolations or most famous solos, or one of the great moments of the Grateful Dead catalog, or whatever? And kind of where I landed was that y'all have told me that, especially in the later years, the stuff that gave Jerry the most joy often was the work with the Jerry Garcia band, not necessarily with the full Grateful Dead. And so I decided to do this cover of James Taylor's "How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You," as performed by the Jerry Garcia band, from Shoreline on September 1st, 1990. Just because I wanted to see him happy. Right, we have some video to go along with this, so you'll get to see that as well in just a second. But I think, for me, the two center points of the Grateful Dead and Jerry Garcia's legacy, as I've come to understand it, are community. Obviously there's a community around the shows and around the band, but also a community around even this channel now, that has shown up fairly religiously for over a year now. It's getting close to 2 years now, to watch me learn about a band that I knew very little about. And the other thing is about the joy in the music, right? And I can't think of a better way to honor his legacy, but besides showing something where a song about joy, a song about love, and an experience of that as well. So this is "How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You," James Taylor cover, as performed at Shoreline on September 1st, 1990. Let's see what we got. It strikes me how different a guitar player Jerry Garcia is than James Taylor. Both of them are incredibly proficient, but the styles are very different.
Someone's arms, and there you were. Needed someone to understand my ups and downs, and there you were. With sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. Wonder where I'd be without you in my life. Everything was such a bore. All the things I've done, I've done them before. But you brighten up all of my days with a love so sweet in so many ways. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet
See that smile? Right. It's like a jazz band treatment where everybody gets a solo. Tell me which one of those guitars he is playing to. Which name it is.
Open my eyes at night. I wonder where I'd be without you in my life. Everything was such a bore. All the things I've done, you know I've done them before. But you brightened up all of my days. A love so sweet in so many ways. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Sweet, sweeter than the honey by the bees, baby. To be loved by you. Yes, it is, you know it is, darling. How sweet
Is this like an encore or like the last song they played? Certainly playing it like that. All right. That was a really quick segue to the next video there. So, I had a thought as I was listening to this that this sounds like a very Motown treatment of this song. And by the time you get to this point in the video, somebody's probably already corrected me in the comments. But How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You is a Marvin Gaye song, not a James Taylor song. That is my bad. It's a thing that I think I sort of knew in my personal history, but had evaporated from my brain as I was listening. I'm glad that I actually looked it up, so I did not. I know it'll shock you to find out that I was wrong on the internet before, but it happens. This is a learning process, right? And Mirror Music and Digging the Dead is about me, among many other things, learning about stuff that I'm not an expert in, right? And that's why we have a community, and that's why we have all y'all listening to me and fact-checking me and making sure I stay on the correct path, so to speak. So this is a lovely song. It's a shot of joy for me. Like, I love the song. I love watching how happy they are playing it. I don't know that I have a whole lot else to add, except, thanks to the band for making great music, and thanks to the community for welcoming me. So again, that was How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, which is a Marvin Gaye cover, actually not a James Taylor cover, though James Taylor did play it as well, from the Shoreline Amphitheater on September 1st, 1990. This is Digging the Dead on Mirror Music. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and all of the other YouTube detritus, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care, y'all.